It's been floated by U.S. House of Representatives Brandon Gill that perhaps we should put Trump on the $100 bill. But we do have a problem with who's on our money. And it's not that I don't think Abraham Lincoln's fantastic or George Washington is fantastic. Or this is a weird pattern that gets established over and over in history. The whole coin thing. It's amazing whether it's like the old Persian Empire or everyone likes to use the Roman Empire. It still counts. And there's about 18 other iterations of this where when an empire starts and it grows and it gets bigger and it gets stronger, that it starts out usually with real money. There's a gold standard or a silver standard. There's, hard metals, and it's not a fiat currency like we have now. But there's something else that goes along with it. Not only do they eventually decide that they're going to go on a spending spree and debase the currency and it loses 99% of its value over the last 100 years, Fed, but what's on the money changes. Go look up the 10 oldest coins in American history. None of them have a human being on them. We didn't used to revere human beings. We didn't used to revere our fellow man. We didn't used to revere government and leaders and king-like figures. Almost all of these have Lady Liberty on them. Did you know that? Not even a real human being, just the concept of Lady Liberty. In fact, when we got the Statue of Liberty in 1880s or whenever that was, this was like a stand-up representation of the lady that's been on our money for the entirety of the country's history up to that point. And just like the Romans started one day, they just started, hey, let's put our emperor on the coin. This will be something that we didn't ever worship human beings like this. The concept of state and governance was always up to these ethereal concepts: natural law, Lady Liberty, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, natural rights. Your rights didn't come from Congress or from that guy that's sitting in office. So not only do I think we need to not put Trump on the $100 bill, we need to start taking off all the human beings and going back and not worshiping the state, not worshiping human beings, not worshiping and yearning for the concepts of the fealties of man, but the concepts that can't be beaten, the concepts that are time immemorial. They can't be forgotten. Lady Liberty, let's put her back on there. We can do her. We can do like that Justice Lady, the one that's blindfolded holding the scales. I don't know. One of these old coins had like a sundial and stuff on it. A lot of eagles. Eagles are a big player in the old coinage. I think we need to start studying up and stop making the same mistakes previous civilizations do, so we can kind of stay at the top and not just cycle down like we're expected to. And this is Larry in Dallas. What do you think about Trump on the $100 bill?
Well, here's something to consider.
Yeah.
How many Democrats would you, if this were to come to pass, how many Democrats would be out there on YouTube and Twitter and X or whatever burning $100 bills because his picture was on there?
Zero. Look, the problem is if we put Donald Trump on the $100 bill, then there's going to be a big push to get the next Democrat on the dollar bill, or maybe they'll replace George Washington with Obama on the dollar bill. And you know what you've done now? You've made your currency an object of political propaganda. And that's not what it's supposed to be. That's very distracting. Politics ruins everything it touches. So the further you can keep that away from our monetary supply, Federal Reserve, the better. But, we've already gone through the first mistake, and that's where we've gotten away from a hard currency, a gold or silver standard, and we've gone to a fiat currency to where now, our coins aren't made of silver. It's like zinc with the thin plating of silver over it for your quarter. And, we're like halfway down the usual cycle of empires rising and collapsing.
Well, you do have some valid points there. I mean, it's like when the Republicans impeached Bill Clinton. Well, now the Democrats have to impeach the president.
Yeah.
Republicans.
Yeah, y'all opened that Pandora's box. That wasn't very fun, was it? Yeah, that's the same way I feel about that. So what do you think about my idea of returning money, taking human beings off, and putting on these concepts that back up our rights and our liberties and the foundational principles of the country?
I think that's an outstanding idea.
All right. I don't hear anyone else saying that.